sir.
You got to pin up?
Yeah, that's the phone problem.
Just let the official know what your number is for right now, just in case. Just put it in your back. Let him know.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the first ever episode of Rail the Gutter. And just a little quick introduction as to what this video is going to basically be about, or what this channel is about. And it's basically my attempt at helping people that are maybe, desk warriors, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday people, ride bikes, maybe you commute to work. And maybe you want to do something a little more with it. Maybe you're thinking about racing, but you're still not quite sure as to how to do it or what to expect from your first race. So you're kind of pushed off of it. And basically this video is to kind of just let you know what to expect and also what not to do. I made quite a few mistakes in this race, or actually during and before, which kind of led up to me just not having the greatest first race experience ever. So yeah, man, this clip right here is actually from the Santa Anita crit, and this race happened on August 2019. We're in 2020, so it's been some time. I don't fully remember everything that happened, but for the most part I do. But yeah, basically, hopefully this information that I provide you guys is insightful, and hopefully more you guys get into racing, because it's super fun, man. It's just that sometimes when you're someone like me, you don't actually ride with a lot of people, you don't have all the information in front of you, you are probably going to make some mistakes. So hopefully this video helps you. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to do some reconnaissance on the course. You want to know where this course is, and you also want to know your race time. Basically what I mean by that is you want to have the directions, and also what the course looks like. Is it a flat course? Is it a very complex course that has multiple corners? So you want to have all that information beforehand. You don't want to go flying blind, because then that can cause some problems. And then you want to know the race time. Usually lower category races for beginner racers, if you've never raced before, you are a category 5 and your race is going to start really early in the morning, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. So you want to know that information before you go to the race. Next tip is you're going to want to show up really early. So if your race starts at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't want to show up 20 minutes before your race. You need time to warm up, you need time to register. In my case, for example, my registration was on my right hand side. I had already registered. And then you want to know where your start finishes. And for me, that was the farthest tent all the way down. As you can see, everyone's already lined up, and clearly, again, I am not ready. I showed up late. I had registered, but even then I was still kind of confused. I didn't know how to pin up my number. I didn't know where it goes. So there was a lot of confusion going on with this. So basically what ends up happening after the freeze frame is I go forward. The race director is here. He's talking to me. He's asking me if I need to pin up, and I tell him, yeah, I need to pin up. He tells me, put it in your pocket. Just tell the race officials over here at the start finish tent that you're not pinned up. And I give him my number. Everyone looks at me, and it's just an embarrassing moment. I felt really dumb. It's a really embarrassing moment when you're just not ready. Everyone else is ready, and everyone just kind of looks at you, and you're just kind of lost. So I'm over here grabbing my bike. I got to go over the railing now, and the officials are already gone through all the rules. I didn't even hear them, so that's important as well. I'm not ready. The whistle blows. Train takes off. I'm not even on that train. So make sure you're there way ahead of time. You're ready to go. The next tip is you want to check your equipment and you want to warm up. I thought I had warmed up prior to starting. I actually didn't. I thought I did. It wasn't until I checked the footage that I realized, oh crap, like I didn't warm up. In cold weather, you want to always stay warm. You want to carry a face mask. The last thing you want to do is get coughing all the time. That can hurt. Clearly, I didn't have my glove on. Again, I had to put my bike over the railing. I wasn't on the line, I wasn't ready. The other thing that happened is that here you can see my arm is on my handlebar. It's not because I'm tired, nor because I'm trying to force myself to catch up, but my bike computer was not working. That most likely happened because of the transportation between my bike and, you know, being in the car, taking it to the race. So something happened, my cadence was not reading, my speed wasn't reading, so I didn't have a bike computer. I was fidgeting with it, and eventually I just sort of gave up and just let it be. So check your stuff before your race. The next tip, don't be nervous, man. Don't be intimidated. Race whatever bike you have. Not all of us have, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to invest into a really nice bike. There's going to be a lot of nice bikes out there. You know, if you show up in a bike like I did, like it's kind of a low-end bike, and these guys are showing up in like Pinarellos, Cannondales, some really nice Meritas, etc. Those bikes are super nice bikes. So it does get intimidating, but you know, don't worry about it. Just race what you have. You know, it's still fun. You know, just make sure you stay safe and keep the rubber down. The last tip is fitness. The reason why this is the last tip is because although it's very important, it's not the most important one. For these kinds of races, you do want to have good fitness. If you want to place high up on the podium, or if you just want to stay with a fast group. These races average speeds are between 22, 25, 26 miles an hour, depending on where they are and depending on the group. So, you know, that average speed for 20, 30 minutes is a lot. You know, it's a lot on your body. So you want to make sure that for fitness, you get long rides in. You also want to do intervals. You know, if you're like me where commuting is part of the training, you want to do intervals, man. You want to do all that stuff. Those three guys that just passed us up clearly have better fitness than we did. And I believe all three of them ended up being on the podium. So, yeah, that's important, as you can tell. But yeah, you want to incorporate intervals, long rides. If you don't have friends to ride with like I do, you want to do all this stuff on your own, you know, do those intervals, man. They're going to definitely help you out. The other thing is you want to invest in a stationary or at least some rollers. If you can't afford rollers like I couldn't, I ended up just buying a stationary trainer, and I got that brand new offer of $40. So it's definitely worth the investment because you can take that with you. Even if you cannot warm up on the course, you can use a trainer. So it's definitely worth it. And again, man, just make sure that you guys recon the course, show up on time, check your equipment, don't be nervous, have fun, and make sure that you guys also check the fitness, make sure you're ready for it. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and then also hit the comments, man. Let me know what I can improve on or what you want the next video to be about. Thank you guys.